preaching about his resurrection. Paul confronts that August assembly with the fact that God has in, uh, in, intruded into the history of man, and that God has done something for man. God demonstrated his love. God so loved the world that he gave his world that he gave his son. Suddenly, there is an interruption. Evidently, Governor Festus is on the hot seat. And then it is left out that somewhere, uh, J. Vernon says the church has lost its power because it does not preach the resurrection. He said this before in these series in Acts, and that is true. We're too wrapped up. Somebody sent me a devotion today that was about, if I can remember, or was it? It was yesterday. If I can pull up my devotions. uh, Speak Life was the name of the devotion, and as I listened to it, me and my wife, I was like, this is psychology, but basically it was about the power of positive words and affirmation. Nothing about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And I hearted it for the person that sent it because, and they may listen to this, and I'm sorry for pointing that out, but we need to talk about the resurrection and more than we do about psychology today, and that's one of the problems with the reason the church doesn't have any power today. Then, as we come, verse 24, and as he thus spake for himself, Festus said with a loud voice, Paul, thou art beside thyself. Much learning doth make thee mad. But he said, I am not mad, most noble Festus, but speak forth the words of truth and sobriety. It seems unfortunate that Paul is interrupted at this point, but notice how courteous Paul answers him. Certainly, his calm response demonstrates that he is not a madman and he is not a fanatic. In our day, friend, there are many witnesses, and especially ministers, who are so afraid that they won't appear intelligent, but will be considered fanatical, that they do not declare the great truths of the gospel. Friend, we ought to be willing to take the place of madmen, but not act like them. We should present the gospel soberly as Paul did. Notice that having answered Governor Festus, Paul went right back to King Agrippa with the question. For the king knoweth of these things, before whom also I speak freely. Actually, I think he's reminding Festus, you told me I'm talking to Agrippa. Why are you interrupting me? For I am persuaded that none of these things are hidden from him. For this thing was not done in a corner. King Agrippa, believest thou the prophets? I know that thou believest. It is possible to believe the fact without them being meaningful to you. You have known the facts of the gospel, that Jesus died for your sins and rose again, but your relationship to these facts is the thing that is essential. They say it's 18 inches between head knowledge and salvation. And so then Agrippa said unto Paul, almost thou persuadest me to be a Christian. That concludes that section.